Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today is the day, alright? This should be going up within hours of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's release, which means it is time to give Call of Duty Ghosts its final review. After 12 months of development, post-launch, I should say, how does this Call of Duty stack up against the rest? Starting things off with the campaign, I feel was probably on par with Black Ops 2's campaign, and that is not a good thing. Those are the weakest campaigns I think we've really ever seen in any Call of Duty. They hyped up, I feel like they hyped up the dog, they hyped up the ghost aspect of the game, and they hyped up the destroyed America. From what the trailers showed and what they were kind of projecting before the game was released, I expected a very slow and stealthy, almost like a Splinter Cell type game where you're sneaking around and a lot of those stay out of the spotlight kind of aspects of the game, but really it wasn't that. We didn't get more than one level with the dog. We didn't really get any stealth missions. I mean, yes, of course, there was stealth parts to some missions. Like the first couple minutes of most of the missions, I will say, you were undercover, I guess, or you were going quiet. But then like 5 minutes in, you would go loud and just kill everyone in the room in typical Call of Duty fashion, which is what we look for in a Call of Duty, that really big explosion action movie kind of thing, which, I don't know, I kind of have different feelings about that in general, but it felt like a Call of Duty campaign, just kind of generic and bland and meh, and I didn't feel like we were playing as a destroyed America. I didn't feel like our opponents were so powerful, that they were so much better than us, that we were destroyed. It was, again, just typical Call of Duty. We won every battle, and the battles we didn't, we got out of it through some Deus Ex Machina thing. Campaign, you're not going to want to buy this game for the campaign. Which brings us to Extinction. Now, I will keep this short because I have not played all throughout Extinction. I don't know the storyline. I should probably go look it up online somewhere. But from what I have experienced myself, the first level and the second level DLC thing, the actual Extinction aliens look, sound, and feel fantastic. From what I have seen and experienced, the entire world creation in Extinction is beautiful, and that is how you sell me a game. You make me believe the world that I am playing in, and in Extinction, I completely believe that there is this alien thing coming up from the ground or coming down from the sky or whatever. The gameplay I've seen, the different aspects, the different otherworldly stuff I've seen looks beautiful, and I think it's great. I would not be disappointed if they brought this back for Ghost 2 or whatever they're having. It is just kind of another campaign, which is kind of sad. It's not like Zombies or anything where it just keeps on going and going and going, but it's good for what it is, and I think it's a really nice fit for Call of Duty. And now let's get to the good stuff right here. The good stuff as in multiplayer. The first thing I want to talk about, I have like 10 things I want to talk about the multiplayer. The first thing, the lag and the hit detection. The hit detection in Call of Duty Ghosts is perfect. You've seen it in many of my gameplays, you've experienced yourself. The hit detection in Call of Duty Ghosts is perfect, and it should be the standard. We should expect this every single year. Because Infinity Ward done it, they should share it with Treyarch, they should share it with Sledgehammer. I want perfect hit detection throughout the rest of my Call of Duty games. That is now the golden standard for what we need in a Call of Duty game, and that is that. As far as the lag is concerned, I think during the first 2 DLCs, the first 6 months of Call of Duty Ghosts, it was the best lag compensation we've ever seen since Modern Warfare 2. It was the first Call of Duty in 3 or 4 years that where you shot is actually where the bullets went, and it was glorious. Treyarch, if you want me to like Black Ops 2, make my bullets go where I'm aiming. I will put up, let me say this now, I'm not sure about you, but I will put up with danger close IEDs, danger close noob tubes. I will put up with thermal M27 campers if where I am aiming is where the bullets go. And that is something that needs to be taken care of. I understand it's not like a flip of a switch, like, okay, we're gonna make your bullets go where you're aiming now. You know, I understand it's more complex than that, but that is a major fact in my enjoyment of this very fast-paced shooter, okay? Although, after that, the last 6 months, ever since Invasion DLC came out, the pools of whatever players were playing, my lag compensation experience was dreadful. It was awful. It was horrible. It wasn't like Modern Warfare 3 bad. For a while there it was. For a week or two it was Modern Warfare 3 bad, and even Black Ops 2 bad. But towards the Nemesis DLC, it was still very bad lag. There's really, I've heard there's nothing they can do about that, but I don't know. Just know that when the DLC came out, the lag compensation, or the lag itself, got worse, not the actual compensation. But yes, that's that. Alright, more stuff about the actual game. The first thing you think about Call of Duty, the first thing I think about Call of Duty is the weapons, the guns. What are they like? And the weapons in Call of Duty, we're going to look at the balance. And I think in Call of Duty Ghosts, this is the closest we have ever come to having perfectly balanced and fun weapons. With the exception of the Remington R5, which is a fully automatic marksman rifle with 0 recoil, and the M27 with 0 recoil, incredible range, incredible damage, and 100 rounds to its clip. Those two guns, incredibly overpowered. I am honestly surprised nothing has been done with them. I want to add more recoil to them, decrease their range, do something to them to make them not so good. But other than that, you can pick out any of the weapons in this game, give it to me, and I could lead a lobby with it. You know, you think about the, like, Lynx, you think about the SVU, you think about the CBJ or the MLE, even the ARX. And those guns you can do well with. And those guns you can lead lobbies with. You have seen in this very gameplay that I am using a red dot sight SVU with a silencer on a medium-sized map, and it is doing work for me. I can use each one of these guns and be competitive. Sure, there's always going to be a gun that many people like most, like the Vector or the MTAR or whatever, but that doesn't mean that the other guns have to put you at a disadvantage. I'm looking at you, Black Ops 2, but these weapons, I can use any of them. When I go to a gameplay and I go, let me use a challenging weapon for, like, to impress you guys, I don't know what to use because they're all amazing weapons, and that is something that is another big part about this game that I absolutely love. Still talking about the weapons, the shotguns and the sniper rifles have been the most balanced we have ever seen in any Call of Duty ever. It now actually takes skill to shotgun. It is harder to quickscope. You need to be precise and quick, and you need to plan out your sniping. It's great. It's the way sniping should be. Sure, if you aim down sights really quickly, the guy misses a couple shots, you know, whatever. I've made a video on that. You guys know how I feel about quickscoping. Shotguns, incredible range nerf. You know, they do not have a lot of range. It could be because the maps are a little bit bigger, but I still think the shotguns are incredibly worse. Going back to Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, shotguns are so powerful, but in Call of Duty Ghosts, I feel like they're almost perfect. I don't feel like they're easy to use. I feel like it's a skill to use them, and I can appreciate that. Wrapping things up on the weapons, the marksman rifle class was invented, introduced here in Ghosts, and I think it's a welcome addition. I think this can replace the light machine gun category in Call of Duty. The IA-2, the MK-14, the SVU you've seen. Beautiful weapons, just beautiful. I really love that class. They are incredibly fun to use. They're incredibly unique. They're powerful, but they have a slow fire rate. They're incredibly balanced. I think it's fantastic. I want to see more of this. So as far as guns go, Call of Duty Ghosts, closest we've ever seen to being perfect. Minor mistakes here and there, but other than that, I love it. Next, I want to talk about the perks in Call of Duty Ghosts. This is another one that I very much do enjoy indeed, with the exception of Focus and Danger Close. Yes, Focus and Danger Close are two perks that can easily be gotten rid of forever. You give every single person the focus effect without having it be a perk. Boom, simple. We all know that. But for 3 years, Sledgehammer listened to the community, and it's still in Advanced Warfare. I'm still bitter about that. But take out toughness, take out focus, and take out danger close. We don't need it. We don't want it. I don't care how balanced it is. In Call of Duty Ghost, danger close is a huge part of this game, unfortunately. This is one of my biggest negatives. I cannot stress how bad this is in Call of Duty Ghost. It's almost as bad as Modern Warfare 2. If you were to hop on Call of Duty Ghost right now, you would get in a lobby with somebody using a danger close noob tube nearly every time, and that's just unfortunate because there is very little counter to it. It's very overpowered, and it's not a fun aspect of the game. So I'm gonna have to take points away from Ghost right here. It really does affect the way I think about Call of Duty Ghost, having danger close in there. But the negatives out of the way, the create a class system in conjunction with the perk system and the perks themselves is delicious. It's beautiful. The Pick 13 system is a step backwards from what Call of Duty Ghost introduced us to. The ability to pick any perk you want is amazing, and the fact that each of those perks have their own values makes that much better. The class I have used in my gameplay with the SVU was a Stalker Sleight of Hand, Dead Silence Focus, Amplify class. And you can take out Stalker, you can take out Sleight of Hand, and you can add in Ping, you can add in Wiretap, you can add in Takedown, Gambler, Ping or Recon with a grenade, and there are so many different usable variations. That's important. There are so many different functional and competitive combinations to these perks that just makes this game enjoyable. I've gotten a Chem Strike based on like a C4 double 9-bang recon class I did. I think I've shown you guys the footage a couple times now, but that is something I cannot do in Black Ops 2 and what doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do in Advanced Warfare because those perks are so boring and bland and just necessary in some cases. The fact that Call of Duty Ghost perks are not necessary, they're actually perks with those exceptions I've mentioned before. It makes the game last longer, it makes my enjoyment of the game that much more better. Not my English though, but yes, the perks, I love them. I love the creative class setup, the fact that we get attachments for free. The fact that we get attachments for free is the best part. I don't care how many attachments you have. I don't care. I don't care you got a red dot sight and a silencer with extended mags and rapid fire. That's still gun skill. It's still gun skill. You know, I don't care. It should not cost a point to put a silencer on my gun. It should not cost a point to put on extended mags on my gun. Infinity Ward understands this. They get it, and I love it about Ghosts. Moving on to equipment, the good thing about equipment, again, going back to the creative class system, if you sacrifice your equipment, you can get more perks, which means the equipment is a lot more expensive than it was in previous Call of Duties, which means there is a lot less grenade spam in Ghost than there were in other Call of Duties, and that is so good. Go back and play Modern Warfare 3. Go back and play Black Ops 2. There are so many EMPs and C4s and flashbangs and concussions and stuns and holy crap. Ghost solved this, I believe, accidentally. You know, there's still concussions and 9-bangs and flashbangs and C4 and thermal barrel grenades, but there's a dramatic decrease of those, and that is good because it focuses more on gun-on-gun gunfights. The role of equipment in Call of Duty, personally, I don't understand it. I don't like it. I don't like being killed by a grenade. I don't think it takes that much skill. I think it's just random, and it's not something I want in my game, but that's a personal preference. The equipment is still very much effective, especially with Recon, as I've mentioned before. And now we get to the negative part of this. The IED. Oh, the IED. In conjunction with Danger Close, the IED rules this game. If you have anybody running a Danger Close IED, your game, your match, your vibe will be ruined. And you know what? Infinity Ward fixed this piece of equipment 3 times in Ghost life cycle, and I'm not sure if that's just really good post-launch support or if that's just a really, really bad piece of equipment. You know, when I first thought of it, when I first heard about it, saw it in the menus, the IED, I thought, okay, that's kind of cool. It's keeping with the campaign theme. You know, you're improvising explosive devices and you're throwing it down. It's different than a claymore, but it still has the same effect. Little did we all know that for about a month there, Blast Shield or Sitrep was necessary. You know, that's crazy to think about. They've nerfed it so many times, but it is still a fundamental piece about what I think about this game. And again, it's another huge negative I'm going to have to take points away. It will affect the way you look on this game, and that is not a good thing. Another thing I want to talk about the multiplayer is the sound. The sounds in this game are so good. They are almost on par with Modern Warfare 3's, but they are fantastic. The guns, if you close your eyes right now and you think Vector right now, I have a sound in my brain that is the Vector. AK-12. Go. What does the AK-12 sound like? Okay, cool. How about Silenced SC-2010? Huh? Can you think about that? Silenced CBJ. Each one of these guns has a unique and different tone. It has a unique and different sound to it. And Treyarch took pride one time in saying all of our gun sounds sound realistic. Well, let me tell you what, realistic gun sounds are annoying and obnoxious, and I don't want to hear them in my game. I want my gun sounds to sound not cartoony, not fake, but I want them to have character. You know, in Advanced Warfare, this is another thing I'm very much concerned about. All of their guns sound like BB guns. They sound terrible, pathetic, they sound weak. You're in a Goliath and it's pew, 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 pew. It sounds awful. But you get in an assault juggernaut with that minigun and you are tearing people up. It feels like the gun in your hand has a lot of power behind it. It feels good. The sound in this game feels good. And the footsteps in this game are very, very audible, and this is something I want to do on a separate video, maybe after Advanced Warfare comes out. Well, definitely after Advanced Warfare comes out. Footsteps are audible, but with dead silence, I think your problems will be solved. I have not really ever at all heard a dead silence person sneak up behind me, except maybe in the most quiet circumstances, which is usually never going to happen unless you're playing like Search and Destroy. So the sound design is beautiful. The way the gun sound is great. The way the kill streak sound, you know, the griff and the explosions, the car explosions, and the way the footsteps sound, and just all of it. It sounds great. It sounds fantastic. There is nothing bad about the way anything sounds. Scratch that, scratch that. No, there is something incredibly awful about the sounds. It's that beep, that very familiar da, 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 followed by an explosion. Yeah, that stupid ID, that's a bad sound that I never ever want to hear again. If I hear that sound, like in real life, if I hear that sound, I think I'm just gonna jump out of reflex. I think that's how bad the sound is. Anyway, moving on, I mentioned kill streaks. The thing I want to talk about first about kill streaks is the fact that we went back to point streaks. This is somewhat of a step backwards. I will admit that score streaks rewarded you for more things. However, I felt score streaks were more convoluted. Like, in the way Black Ops 2 did score streaks, the best way they could at the time, I give them credit for that. The little bar on the side, I personally could never ever tell how far away from a kill streak I was. I could never tell if all I needed to do was cap the flag, or if I just needed an assist, or if I just needed to EMP something or whatever. But in Ghosts and Modern Warfare 3, the point system, very much simplistic, very easy to understand. You can glance at it as you're in the action and say, alright, I'm 2 kills away, or even with, you know, half points, oh, I'm 3.5 kills away. It's very easy, it's automatic, it's on the go, and I love the point streak system. In Advanced Warfare, the score streak system is returning, but they are adding numbers to the side, which hopefully will get you that really at a glance, like, okay, I'm just this much away, which is this much, you know. Hopefully that is the perfect blend between the two. Hopefully that does it right, but I definitely prefer point streaks over the Black Ops 2 score streaks, if that makes sense. Next thing I want to talk about is the care packages per map. The field orders are genius. I love the field orders. It is something that's so small that you probably didn't even remember that was added into Ghost. Now that I've said it, you're reminded, but it's something so small, like in a team deathmatch. It's an objective in team deathmatch, you know, and it rewards you thinking on the fly. Get a kill in the back. okay, I'm not just gonna camp anymore. I'm gonna go try to flank, you know, get a kill with an enemy weapon. All right, I'm gonna pick up a weapon. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to become a better player, and I'm going to be rewarded for that, for changing up my game style. And that's very cool. Of course, the prone kill and the other than that, the prone kill, yeah, kind of encourages a little bit of camping, but other than that, I love the fact that there's special care packages per each map. You guys have I've just released the Departed video and the Dia de Muertos kill streak on Departed, and the Pirates on Mutiny, and all of the special stuff. The Mike Myers, the missile attacks on all the things, the Predator on Ruins.